All right, all right, all right. Woohoo! Another day. Markets open. That's what we like to see. I was actually just looking at, is this screen even on? Excellent connection. Everything looks good. I was just looking at holidays that the markets are closed, and looks like Thanksgiving and Christmas are closed. After trading crypto so long for about 2 years, and then taking off a bit of trading equities, I completely, forgot that I might have holidays again. This is a weird feeling. Okay, let's see what the market's doing. Number one, APDN. We are definitely zoning in on it. Some really interesting stuff going on with it. I honestly just can't get over the market cap on it. $23 million market cap. That is just absurd. Let me just go ahead and remove this limit order that we made earlier today that I completely got crushed. Good thing we didn't have. We don't trade the early market. We don't trade the extended market. And whoops, I just realized that I'm not showing my screen. Sorry about that, guys. So APDN, and this is why I was super sketched out about trading it yesterday, because it ran up 330% yesterday. It has a market cap of $23 million. I mean, that's like 20 times bigger than like Enzlo, my company. Like that's tiny. I like just insane. And then the volume yesterday on it, 173 million. So it was getting traded so many times, like 10 times, a little less than that, but 7, 8, 9 in that area, depending on, I guess you could say, when the opening market cap was. And their float, mind you, is even crazier. It's only 0.7 million. That's huge. So this thing was just super volatile yesterday. It was getting stopped like crazy. I have a live, I was filming it after the live stream. We got a nice little bounce trade on it, about a 6% bounce trade. Really, really cool. You can see it here. If I just go to all accounts, and you can see exactly this little bounce that we had yesterday. I was super cautious on this. I was waiting. I don't even really know what to say. I talk about it in the video, so I'll go ahead and edit that video probably later today, and then go ahead and post it. But yeah, man, I was just really, really cautious about this one. Missed a lot of upside, but we didn't lose any money on this one, and I think that would have been really easy to lose money on this one. At one point yesterday, this thing was just so volatile. We haven't really seen something move this quickly. So that's one thing I'm looking at today. It's going to be a little crazy trading it. I'm not even really sure if I want to be trading it. It's this split it had. So it wasn't a reverse split. It was a 1-to-40 normal split. And I just, I don't really have experience with trading something like this. So I was really paused off yesterday, but it was good fun to watch it. And so we had two nice profitable trades yesterday, a 5% profit and a 6% profit trade. So pretty nice day yesterday, but let's see what happens today. Again, if there's nothing out there, fingers off the trigger. We're going to be super relaxed. We don't have to trade today. We only have two trades even possible to trade right now. So there's even another reason why we don't want to be rushing any trades right now. With our margin account, we have 2 trades available. Our cash account, we used all the cash in there yesterday on the 2 trades we made. So there's no reason to get too aggressive. Yeah, Kevin, you were spot on. Like that was just so sketchy yesterday. I wish we got it on the live stream, but I stopped the live stream after we got that first good trade because I didn't really know when we would get into it. But yeah, just I don't even really want to open another position here. If this thing doesn't have such a small float, I probably would. I would probably be getting into this $5 area. And you know what? There's a good chance it's going to bounce from $5 to $8 or $9. But I feel like there's also a good chance that it goes down to 4 or something like that, and we would take a massive hit, 20% loss or something like that. So I don't know. I don't even really have words to say on this one. It's just a little overwhelming. So the next thing we are looking at, where is it? Let me go back to all our accounts. FCEL, we're looking for a little bit dip here. Now this is a gap down with a reverse split, so really cautious about trading this one as well. But I do like the dip buying, and we got rejected here I know this is sometimes hard for you guys to see, and I've heard a lot of feedback about that, but there's not a lot I can do. I'm looking into maybe being able to zoom in during the stream, but it's not as easy to do. Good chance this could be an offering too. I'm not actually sure about that. What do you mean? As in, just let me know. I'll keep talking about the price, because this area there's a lot of resistance, and yeah, there's a good chance we might break through some of these resistance today. But ultimately, we'll see. You know, if we break past the 66, I think this thing could really run. You know, it's still sub dollar, so volume kicking in big, but you know, reverse float. Yeah, this thing can just keep going down indefinitely. So I'm not going to be blindly buying this. I think there's a good chance it might dip down, but if it does dip down, I have an order ready to go, a little above 0.52. So we'll see what we get. Definitely playing it safe. If I would almost be happy not to trade today. I'm not gonna lie. Monday was a great day. We had a profitable trade of 5% or 4% trade. Yesterday we had 2 really nice profitable trades. You know, I don't want to overextend it. So if we just see a really nice pattern, I'm going to go for it, but I'm not going to chase anything. I'm not going to get overly aggressive. That's just really what we're looking at. There's one more thing that we were looking at today. DMAC, 44 million market cap, $0.3 volume, you know, kind of interesting. I really like the fact that it's breaking out pretty heavy. I don't know what news it's on. Let me quickly go ahead and see what we got here. Merco's dropping files in protection higher. That sounds kind of shady. Awaits FDA verdict. Fish oil pill. Biggest mover. Today's the 13th. And this rally was basically yesterday. I'm not entirely sure why it broke out. I guess maybe some of this news, people are just, you know, buying in anticipation of some news, but ultimately I'm not entirely sure why this thing ran so much, which is fine. Just one more reason to be extra cautious. Yeah, DMAC, definitely a possibility for a buy here. I already have alert near 3.24, actually at 3.24, so kind of this general support zone. I'm gonna go ahead and move this up just a little bit to 0.34. Whoops, I'm off the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and replace this. And let's go back to APDN, and I'm going to take 1 minute. We have 6 minutes left until the market opens. And I just want to very briefly touch on the fact that we came out with a video yesterday about the $25,000 challenge. If you guys have not checked it out already, I know it's a beast. It's kind of long. It's like 25, 26, 27 minutes. It's a little long. I understand that, but we're going over everything. We're going over all the strategy, and I'm going to refer to that video a lot in the next few months. So if you guys have the time, I definitely recommend checking it out. And let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you think about the strategy. It's going to be a busy rest of the year. There's so much to look forward to. But ultimately, let me see if I can quickly find it. It was the video we posted yesterday, so just go to the channel and you can check it out there. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it's an important video that I think, I hope you guys can find some value in it. I talk about a lot of the strategies, and we talk about the goals, and you know, setting expectations, and how long this whole thing can really take. And I just kind of dive into, I feel like, what could be a lot of questions. So there it is. Okay, so APDN, we're just looking at it again. Oh man, I'm just so happy we got out of that really quickly yesterday. That could have really been the most stressful trade. I think this 0.42 area could be a really interesting low. I can't believe it crashed all the way back down to 0.42. I'm gonna go ahead and place a little limit order there. Small position, guys. These are all small positions for the next month and a half, 6 weeks. Only small positions until I really find my groove. And then we're, you know, going to be ready to scale the accounts. me just see where this position's at. So just about $1,000. And 1 second. So tiny position here. Let's see what we can get out of it. I think there's a lot of upside potential. This could be a double bottom at a all-time low. Could be really interesting. The market's going to open just drastically, so this is going to be huge. In about 3 minutes, we're going to have a nice little market open. So yeah, we're just watching it now. Let's we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. By the way, this stream is delayed. I think it was 3 seconds. I checked, although there could be another little few seconds on YouTube. I'm not really sure. So you're gonna hear that ding, ding, ding a little bit later on the stream. Also, little side note here. Whoops, what did I just click on? So I went ahead and made this a little bit bigger so I can see a bit more. I added the market cap on all of these. So I have the dollar volume and the market cap, which allows me to get a better feel for how fast these things might move. I used to always just look up market cap ahead of time, but I couldn't really always remember. I mean, like I had sometimes a general idea, but I sometimes couldn't really remember. I'm going to be making a video on dollar volume probably this week. How to add it to your TD Ameritrade, because it does not come out of the box. I had a trader that I met in September in Florida who helped me set that up. So I think you guys can find some good value on it. I know I sure do myself. You know, I could probably even make this bigger now. But I mean, is it necessary that I'm super large on the screen? Probably not. You guys are probably more interested in, you know, seeing what's going on. All right, well, we have 1:12 left. This is going to be a really interesting market open. Again, APDN is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at FCEL. I'm looking for a morning dip here, back to 0.35 and below. Let's see. Actually, wait, that was the wrong chart. Looking for a dip here, back to the 0.5. And DMAC, if we can get a nice little dip on this one, I would like to join, but you know, this is going to be a slow mover, I think. So I think DMAC is definitely our backup plan, and let's see what we find once the market opens. For now, my eyes are going to be fixated on APDN. I think we'll get a fill right away at this double bottom, this potential double bottom. This is going to be pretty intense. Let's see what happens. All of our alerts are getting executed right now. Looks to be like there's going to be some buyers jumping on board. This thing can move really, really fast. 5.9 million market cap. It's already traded twice the volume since the market open. That's insane. Huge little morning bounce right here. NIO dipping. We're not really following NIO today. Let's see what kind of panic we get on this one. Looks like we have a rally. Let's check out FCEL just very quickly. FCEL is taking off this morning. Completely makes sense, but again, not really something I want to be chasing. APDN. It's going to be following it. I mean, just really watch and learn today. I'm Don't want to put myself in a bad position. Crazy aftermarket crash or pre-market crash, huh? I was not expecting that at all whatsoever. Already up quite nicely today. Actually, it's obviously down 71%, but big buyers coming in. Let's see what happens. Let's go to the tick. Oh, this thing is just trading so aggressively. I can't get over it. I'm gonna check out the scanner really quick. Nice work, Angel. Wow, that's a really nice trade. Good stuff. Greencraft is really rallying, but not really on any volume. NSYS. I'm just going to go ahead and mark that NSYS. Let me put this in here. NSYS. Super, super awesome trade. Wow, this one, morning gap up times 1,000. Oh man, this thing is rallying. This thing, who knows how far this can go. Super interesting. Tiny market cap as well, guys. This one has a 19 million market cap. What is up with these tiny market caps? Just be careful, because these things, I mean, yeah, you can make a quick 10, 20, 30% even in just a few minutes, but whew, you could also lose the same amount. Let's see what happens. I'm fairly cautious myself. I think this thing could really maybe even break past VWAP. It's just so suppressed, and it won't take a lot of buyers for this thing to rally really hard. If it breaks over, let's go back to the tick view. If it breaks over 6, it could definitely continue that run. FCEL is rallying, NSYS is rallying. I still can't get over how freaking crazy this stock is. Already up 20% from that little bounce. These ticks look so tiny, but they're actually, they have their own significance. It's just really dwarfed because the chart. Didn't look like it was able to break that secondary high. Let's see if we can do it right now. This 68 level. All right, here we go. 70. VWAP is coming in right now. Definitely trading lighter than it was yesterday. Looks like it's starting to pull back a little bit. Or not. I mean, it's still holding, bouncing off the EMA 15. Let's check out FCEL. FCEL is probably what I should have been focusing on today. It's constantly breaking up to these highs, and I've kind of just constantly missing them. It's hard sometimes to focus on two different plays at once. Yesterday, we also had some issues with that. Really, really nice here. Near the VWAP, could have been a buy. 8%, pretty solid. Looks like it's gonna go, it's breaking up the 66, and that could really kind of lead this thing to keep rallying pretty nicely. Next resistance, I would say, next major resistance, I have marked up right here at 0.76. Maybe not the best line, but yeah, so not seeing my ideal patterns today, which is fine. I got to study. I want to start nailing the morning rally. I feel pretty confident with the morning panic, but the morning rally is really just not something that I feel confident in. So I need to study that pattern a little bit more. NSYS did it perfectly. I mean, 25% exactly here. I mean, really, really nice. You don't know how far this thing could run. There's definitely going to be some big resistance at about $8. I wouldn't be surprised if it tried to retest it. There's probably going to be some support here at 6.25. And that probably would have been a good time to get into it as we were bouncing over the top. And again, new support, maybe some at 6. But I don't know. This thing is not really what I like to trade. Coming back here to APDN. And also coming to DMAC. I don't know why my alert didn't go off. I just noticed that in the corner of my eye. This one's having a morning panic. I think there's definitely going to be some big support at 3, but I don't really want to. I think that's a little bit big of a dip. Okay, now my alert went off. That's a little crazy. No volume though on this one. I'm going to completely just take this one off my radar. No volume. NSYS could be an interesting VWAP bounce right now. Real slow mover, not slow mover, but small market cap again, guys. This thing is, I wonder what its shares float are. If anyone knows how to add the float on TD Ameritrade, let me know. I'd be quite interested in that actually. I have yet to find the option for it. Okay, here we go. Breaking new highs. Yeah, I wanted to buy that dip actually. I didn't pull the trigger. I was way too hesitant on it. I kind of missed that one. Slipped right through my screen. I'm gonna put an alert. Like I said, I was kind of trying to be a little bit off the trigger today. I was a little bit overwhelmed with the editing of that video yesterday, and then I was up till 2 in the morning, but I still got up really early today, and then I was just not really feeling 100%. Didn't really see necessarily any, opening bell plays that I really wanted. I already kind of knew that that might happen, so that's why I said right in the beginning of the day, I probably will take a little bit, the gas off the pedal today, but it looks like we're missing a lot of trades, so maybe it wasn't the best idea, but ultimately that's just how it is. FCEL. This might have been a failed breakout here. I mean, right now it's still looking like a really good breakout, but let's see if it holds. Volume coming in really, really nicely today. Looks like they're up on earnings and restructuring financing, which actually makes me wonder. I kind of want to go into their Q or 10Q and see if they have some really sketchy refinancing going on and this thing's being pumped. As for all, it is a NASDAQ that's probably going to get delisted if it doesn't go above $1. So let's quickly check what we can find. FCEL. Oh, I just opened way too much. Good, nice little bounce here on FCEL. This is all going to be late news. It's not really helpful. Let's check out what their AK says. My internet's going a little bit slow. Actually, the internet's kind of fine. I think my computer just needs to restart. Secondary, so it looks like they have some warrants here. 0.62 exercise price. Oh man, this is gonna get crushed here. You guys really watch out with FCEL. 6 million exercisable shares. 0.62. That's their financing. That's their super shady financing. They're getting super sold into this area. I'm actually surprised it even was able to break out from what it did break out. I'm definitely not going to be going long on this one, but if this failed breakout continues, then I'm definitely might be looking for a dip buy, but I don't think it's going to break up above here. I might be totally wrong, but a lot of dilution. Okay, so we have a little failed high right here. This thing has a lot of failed breakouts. This thing might crash all the way back down. I'm gonna go ahead and put alert here at high fours. Create below, create. APDN just looks like a complete catastrophe with these charts. How it's sometimes really funny that this is a green candle, but it makes sense. You know, it's a gap up. It's weird. It's AFDL. I mean APDN. I'm getting all these tickers mixed up. APDN is down 71% on the day, but it's a big fat green candle. Kind of funny, huh? Really not moving anymore. Really dried up. If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to hit that like button. Do it, do it, do it. Or don't, but you'll make my day. I appreciate it, guys. There's some consolidation here on APDN, holding its highs quite nicely actually, right above this $5 area. Oh man, these tiny candles are such big moves. I think there's a good chance it could break to the upside. I definitely won't be trading it. That VWAP is way too close for me. I would be looking for something a little bit more risk averse, and I think there's a bunch of upside on this one. And I know this one could rip. We all know it. We saw it yesterday, but yeah, I don't know. Not for me. NSYS is getting completely crushed. I like the volume we're seeing on it. Some of the most volume out of all the stocks. So I think I like it. I think we're about to crash through this area. I'm gonna go ahead and find a different area of support. I wouldn't be surprised if this one really just kind of got crushed all the way down. Let's see, 4.5. Definitely some support in this area. I think 5 is going to be just general support zone. Let's just watch the tape and then that gap up is just so ferocious. Good earnings. It must be phenomenal earnings. What kind of earnings do they have? They have a negative PE ratio. I don't know. Oh man. Whew, yeah, it's crazy how some of these positions can easily get crushed. You know, this is why I don't buy that morning, because I just don't have enough experience with it. I don't buy that morning a little pump right here because you could get crushed so easily. You know, maybe this one worked and you sold here for your $10% profit, but if you didn't do that and you waited, you just waited a little too long, you could be down 50% if you don't get an exit in time. So I don't know. I personally I'm not confident enough in myself to do that yet. That's something I could work towards, but not yet. I think this $4.25 area is quite interesting just based on previous highs and also a breakout bounce from this area. Those are just two things that I really like to look for. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can place it in order here. Just, you know, this one can really crash hard. So again, be very, very cautious on this one. I might not even be allowed to execute this order. Let's see what... Okay, yeah, I can do it. So I've kind of quite a lot of orders. FCEL looks like it really wants... You know what? FCEL, I might have been wrong about. There's a good chance that... Okay, now it's breaking out to the new highs. This could have been a really interesting, you know, bounce play right here, 0.64. I think we could have got that one. That was almost a perfect entry because we had this former top here, 0.64, and then we bounced back perfectly to it. I missed that one. Shame on me. I could have probably got that one. In hindsight, everything's 20/20 though, right? Getting a lot of bounces here. $20 minutes after the market's open. So this is where things sometimes find their price a little bit, I've noticed. Things sometimes will continue rallying up and other things will just kind of continue selling off at this point. And bounces are a lot weaker at this point. So if you get a bounce trade, you know, maybe take profits in that 4 or 5% area. That's what I've learned so far in the last few weeks. Let's go back to the minute chart. AC was actually 3.3. We really were interested with this price. It's just this volume that's really not interesting to me. So I'm going to be avoiding that one. Looks like APDN might actually break above. Really starting to build some momentum here. I definitely like the lows it's at. It's quite an attractive somehow buy for me. Just chart pattern in general. That's exactly the kind of stuff I like to look for. I would like to see maybe another dip first. There's nothing really making me jump out of my seat right now. I'm going to go back to the scanner and just kind of check things out a little bit. What else we got over here? We have FCEL. That was already on our scanner. I'm going to mark that one. SCOR. We were trading that one earlier this week, I believe. 200 market cap. Almost 300 million market cap. 2.3. I don't know. It's not really moving. Let's just check it out, though. Charts. I mean, wow. Gap down. These are, the gap down on this one really wasn't as bad as many others. I mean, yeah, the sell-off was just drastic, and if you were holding this one, you would just be down every day. But I think something to note is, the gap was really here, not here. So I think there's definitely some upside on this one, and this one just kind of might continue to crawl to the upside. It's kind of an interesting little pick. And I think it's going to find some resistance here near this 4 area. But if it breaks past that, I think this thing could just kind of keep running. I'm going to go ahead and look at this one a little closer. APDN 5.4. FCEL is breaking to that, is trying to go over 0.7. I would just not be, I would be getting out. If we had this really nice entry that we were talking about, I would not be holding anymore personally. Here we go. Here it's running. Oh man. 11%. I need to switch my light settings. I don't know what's been going on lately, but it's been really kind of hurting my eyes. More than I feel like it ever has in the past. Maybe it's accumulation of unfriendly light starting to really take its toll. Who knows? All right. Well, it looks like I was wrong about FCEL. It's really breaking to those new highs. I'm going to check that financing out a little bit later today because that really kept me at bay on this one. But, this thing could really get sold into. There's clearly dilution beyond dilution on this one. 139 million float. Volume isn't, you know, that strong. I'm not really sure who's buying this right now. Maybe it's being pumped. NSYS is looking like it's coming out of a little, it was a mini flag, not even, can't really call it a flag pattern. First dip at 27%. Okay, this slide is definitely better, but it looks like I'm a zombie now. So I guess there's downsides and upsides and everything. APDN is trying to creep above back 5.52 again, trying so hard. FCEL, man, I was pretty wrong about that one. 7.12, 7.13. Looks like it's dipping right now. All right. So we're almost at the 30-minute mark, 3 minutes away from 30 minutes since the market opened. Doesn't look like we're going to get any trades in the first 30 minutes. Not really even sure about the next 30 minutes. And, you know, obviously we're going to try to wrap this live stream up in the next few minutes, depending on, you know, if there's a big possibility of a potential entry or not. But ultimately, you know, we're always going to start wrapping it up probably around 30 minutes before the 30 minutes after the market opens. Unless, you know, I happen to be in a trade. Like that last one. What was that? That was a really fun one. Should we look it up? That was on the 1st, wasn't it? Nugs, yeah, the Nugs, the 12% Nugs bounce. That happened right when I wanted to end the live stream, and then we held the live stream just a little bit longer because that trade just entered. Sebastian, no trades yet. No trades yet. Although, crazy morning, super volatile morning, but I took the back seat today. Angel is the one that took home the gold, but I don't know what else you guys are trading, but that's really cool trade. APDN, you know, I'm pretty happy I was cautious about this one. I feel like I would have just somehow got faked out in this. So overall, I'm pretty happy that I kept my paws off of that one. NSYS, you know, really waiting for that one to crash a little bit more. FCEL, I really would not have expected it to really rally to 727, but it did. The 15 EMA is really holding true. You know, one bounce off of this one, this could have been trade. I definitely would have not got this one, although nice clear breakout right here. You know, former support, resistance, new support, bounced off this one, back to the VWAP, 8%, coming back to the EMA, former support right here. These could all be little trades. I feel like this is something Ross would be trading from Warrior Trading. If you guys ever watch his recaps, he's just, this just reeks of something that he would be trading. 0.64 again. 0.64, I think, was the opportunity that we missed. And the reason I say that is because if you go on a 5-minute view, you can really see the major support in this zone. Right around here. This is exactly where we had that crack. any one of these could be quite good bounce zones. Yeah, caution is definitely the best. We had 3 profitable trades now this week, so we're pretty good week overall, and no need to risk it. Waiting for those really nice entries. APDN looks like this could be an opportunity. I can just only imagine how much support is in this zone right now. I really wouldn't be surprised if later in the day we saw this thing creeping around $6-7. I just can't muster myself to go ahead and buy it. We'll see what happens. If it keeps holding its highs here, then I think an entry would be potentially pretty interesting. Okay, FCEL is finally looking to sell off a little bit. Once FCEL loses momentum, I really only see a huge amount of downside in it. But maybe I'm just a little biased on this one. DMAC was on our watch list this morning, but no volume whatsoever. Completely just disregarded it. NSYS, forming that little double bottom right here. You could even call it an Adam Eve formation. Breaking above here, 6% already, quite nice actually. This one really reminds me of APDN from yesterday. Coming back to the 5. Yeah, I was just overly cautious today. Clearly way too cautious, but as Sebastian says, caution is never wrong. That's super true. Even if you missed, a few days of no trading, every day you're picking up knowledge, you're perfecting your strategy, and then when that when that perfect setup comes and you see it, go for it. But to me, I wasn't feeling this one. 14% though, that's really nice. Such a 3 minutes or 4 minutes and 13%. Can't complain about that, huh? FCEL is forming a bit of a pennant pattern, and I do not trade pennants. That's just my rulebook 101 in a nutshell. .7, let's see what happens. I think there's a good chance it's going to break to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some big support come up near this 0.66 level. Maybe a little even higher, 0.665, 0.67, yeah. I think I really should have had my focus on NSYS today. With such a small market cap and a pretty massive massive dollar volume, that one was definitely the more attractive pick for the day. Go ahead, Finviz, NSYS. Look at that float. $1 million float. This thing's gonna be flying. Electromechanical solutions in the US, Mexico, China. Some really small buying activity going on from the director, one of the guys, all in the $4 area. Well, he's definitely profitable right now. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap the live stream up on this one. I think at this point, you know, we might get another trade in the next hour or something like that. There's a good chance. There's a lot of things moving around exactly where we want to be looking. But, you know, we didn't get any of that. I should have been maybe a little bit more aggressive on some, but honestly, I wasn't really feeling it today. So, you know, why rush a trade and then all of a sudden take a fat daddy loss? I mean, just check out how hard some of these rip down. 20-30% down on NSYS. APDN down 72%. Whew, like that could just really mess up your portfolio. FCEL, yeah, it's breaking to new highs, but a lot of dilution there. A lot of failed breakouts, past failed breakouts on this one. I mean, not really something that you know, the sky's the limit. This thing, there's many limits above it. So I didn't really feel a need to be really aggressive today. So, you know, I kind of took the back seat, and I'm pretty happy with my decision overall. I think the APDN trade right in the morning could have been a really good, very aggressive trade. Just, you know, jump in on it. But again, you know, that thing could have easily dipped harder. I did like the general all-time low though it was at. And to me, I love buying floors like that because there's just so much more upside in my mind. So yeah, cool. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, guys. I definitely appreciate it. I love seeing you guys learn as well, and I love learning from you guys whenever you have to contribute. So I will see you again tomorrow. I don't think there's a video planned for later today, but tomorrow. And, you know, stay tuned for that dollar volume video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any questions that you would like me to answer and make a video about. Again, hit that like button if you have not done so already. Take this opportunity right now to hit it, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon too if you have not done so already. Till next time, guys. Ciao, ciao. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.